Hi BookTube, it's Missy and I'm here to share with you guys my October book haul slash unboxing part 1. I don't know if I'll get more books later on in the month, so let's just say part 1 for now, and if it's not a part 1, if it's just my October book haul, then so be it. The first thing that I have here are my library books, so let's get through those ones first. I have here Gillian Flynn's Dark Places. This is the only book of hers that I haven't read yet. I have read Sharp Objects and Gone Girl. Both of them I loved, so I can't wait to get started on this one. It stinks that I don't have like any real days off in October, because I would love to just read all the books I have, all the scary books for this month, but I don't. Oh wow. The next book I have is Dead Upon a Time by Elizabeth Poulsen. I told you guys that this one was going to be super exciting in my August or I think September anticipated reads. And look how tiny this is. I did not expect this book to be so small. It is 211 pages and the margins are ridiculous. The font is ridiculous. It's big. This might be a one-sitter for me. So if for some reason this month a book that I'm reading is just too long-winded and I'm not, you know, in the mood for reading it, I might pick up this one. This is a dark fairy tale retelling, so lots of bad things happen. No happy endings in this one. I can't wait. And look at how awesome that cover is. It's kind of like my pinhead, which I can't, there we go, pinhead up there, but it's an apple. So exciting. Let me turn you back here. More books in the frame. Alright, the next one I have here is Drift and Dagger by Kendall Culper. And this one is about the boy witch who, maybe he's not a witch. I can't remember. I know that there's witches in this book and maybe a person who kills witches, like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but a witch slayer. And this is the boy. I don't know. There's a magical dagger involved and it's pretty, I don't know, like 300 or so pages. Am I right? 358. So this might be a book that I get to next month. I also have a continued read, I have Illusionarium by Heather Dixon. I started this book a couple months ago. I got to like 128 and then I had to return it. So I can't wait to continue with this book. It's so far okay. It's got steampunk elements in it. It's an alternative London book, not just one alternative London, but hundreds of our alternative Londons, and it's also about illusions. So while you breathe in this kind of substance, you can create illusions if you have the gift to do so, and those illusions are actually real, where you can like feel it and hold it, but I don't think that you can die in an illusion. I haven't gotten to that yet, so maybe you can. That's kind of scary. But so far, so good. And then I have Witches, the graphic novel. This is volume 1. This is brand new. It's by Snyder. What's his first name? Scott Snyder. Something Jock, Hollingsworth, and Robbins. I do like Scott Snyder's writing, and so I can't wait to read this. Me and Penelope want to read it. Is there any naked? Nothing? Okay. There's the kind of illustrations in this one. Can't wait. And then I have a book that I purchased at a Goodwill bookstore on Saturday before I went and saw The Martian, which was amazing. And that is Neil Gaiman's The Graveyard Book. I have read this. I read it last year or the year before, and I liked it. And the main character's name is Nobody Owens. There's the inside. He is adopted by some ghosts in a graveyard when he's a baby, and it's his story about growing up in a graveyard and his adventures and what happens. Really liked it. Really liked it. Is that a word? Phrase? I really enjoyed this book. And I would like to own all of Neil Gaiman's books. I just adore his writing style. Alright, so that was all of my library books so far for the month. One book that I purchased from Goodwill, and then here is my Bookoutlet box. Look what happens. You see that? Huge rip in it. Like they just kicked the crap out of it. Ace Ventura must have been my my carrier, whatever it's called, the person who brings me my mail. Yeah, so let's open it up, shall we? Okay, so I told myself I wasn't going to be buying any books from Bookoutlet for a few months, just because, you know, I wanted to get through some of the books that I already own. And they were having, was it middle grade books, I think? They were having middle grade or children's books on sale, and I went to go check to see if any of the ones I had on my wish list were part of that, you know, 50 and 50, and they weren't. But one book that I'm collecting, or a series that I'm collecting, they only had one book left, and so I was like, well, I need to buy it now or I won't find it later. And so I decided to buy some more books while I was at it. Yay! I love coupons. So I got a coupon and my receipt and all the paper. And of course I needed to buy more horror books because, you know. So the first book in the box is The Third Circle of Heck, which is Blimpo, again by Dale Bassey. So now I have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I think there's only 7. So now I only need to get 1 and 2. Like I said, there was only one of these left, and I think it was like $3.99. Was it $3.99? Yeah. And so I had to buy it. So, yay! And then I also found a book that I've already read. I got it off of NetGalley last year. It was amazing. I've been wanting the physical copy, and when I saw it on Bookoutlet for $2.99 hardcover, I mean, come on, people. And that is Shutter by Courtney Alameda. This book is amazing. I loved it. This is her debut novel, and she was so nice to like my review when I wrote it on Goodreads. But this is a book about a girl who is a descendant of Bram Stoker and Van Helsing. So I believe it's Van Helsing's descendant that is the main character of this book. She has some kind of vision where she can see ghosts through her eyes. I don't know what it's called, like Tetra something. And so she takes pictures of ghosts and traps them in her camera, and then transfers the ghost into mirrors and then covers the mirrors up so that way the ghosts can't get out. So it's kind of like Ghostbusters meets the descendants of some amazing characters that we already know about. And not only is it about the girl who catches these ghosts, but her crew. And again, they're all descendants of either Bram Stoker or Van Helsing, or who else? There's another guy. Somebody else. I think there's somebody else. I haven't read this in about a year, but I absolutely loved the whole dynamic of the book. I loved the ghosts. I loved the different kinds of creatures that came out as monsters, and there's like spider monsters and all these different kinds. It's just so cool, and there is a love story in here, but the love between the two teenagers has been for years and years and years, and so it's already established, so you don't have to worry about like love at first sight kind of thing, which was really nice. And again, just great. Is there pictures? Because I read it on my Kindle. Oh, it's just like the night 2. This is just like the chapter breaks, or not the chapter breaks, but the when it changes. Yeah, here's night 3. The days. It breaks it up in days. So yeah, definitely check this book out. I highly recommend as a nice October read. All right. Next book in here is Brood by Chase Novak. Last year I bought Breed, and it's about a couple who can't get pregnant, and I never got past that. I think they might make like a deal with the devil, and then something bad happens to their child, and their child's like a demon or something. I can't remember. But this, Brood, is about 2 kids. So I don't know if it's the Breed's parents' children that's in this book. When you look it up on Goodreads, this isn't a sequel, but I wonder if it's like a spin-off or a continuation somewhere down the line. I don't know. I'm excited. Yeah. And then I got I Am Legend by Richard Matheson. This is like supposed to be one of the best horror books ever, and I really wanted The Exorcist, but I couldn't find it, and so I got this instead. And yeah, so I'm excited to read it. This is a vampire book. And then last but not least is this wonderful book that came out in 2013, which is S, or Ship of Theseus. And this is by J.J. Abrams and Doug Dorst. Yeah. So excited. So it's got like a Dewey Decimal thing. I'm assuming that that is because this is supposed to be, I don't know. I don't know. This wasn't oh wow, it's like actually breaking. I wonder if that's like just part of it, or if this is actually a scratch and dent, because I didn't buy a scratch and dent. Yeah, it was $10. I don't know. It looks really mangled and ripped up. I'll have to ask Max, because Max has read this. Anyways, so this book has like 2 stories going on at once, which I'm really excited. It says book for loan, so I guess it is supposed to be kind of like a library book. And inside you have the story, and then the annotations, and you're supposed to read the annotations as well. And then there's these little things that come out, like this is a Xerox copy, like as if you were to go to the library and copy a page and, you know, add it to the list. There's all these extra goodies in the book. Here's some yellow lined paper. I am like seriously excited to read this. I told you how many times how much I love reading books that are interactive. Either interactive as in there's lots of things that are pulling out that you have to read, or just things that you read on the sides, or, you know, like in The Dead House, where it's like article clippings or notes left by the police or whoever. So I'm really excited to read this. It's supposed to take a little while because, of course, you're reading the story within the book, which is pretty big. And then you're also reading annotations. And I think 2 people annotate in this book. I'm not positive. But yeah, so that's the book. And this is the slip cover that it sits in. On Amazon, this was $20, but on Bookoutlet it was $9.99. So very excited to own it. And that is my book haul. So yeah, I'm excited with this month's books, and I can't wait to read them all. What do you guys want to get in this month? Do you have any recommendations for me? I do think I will be pre-ordering the Illuminae book because it's got the pictures and everything. It's kind of a different format, and I love that. But I don't have anything else pre-ordered for this month besides that book. So let me know down below what you guys are planning on either reading, purchasing, borrowing from the library, what have you, down in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you there. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.